Gyroscope, the game to send you spinning off your head. Attempt to guide a fast and furiously gyrating gyroscope across 20 separate screens. Make the most of your 7 lives in this unique arcade strategy challenge. But we have to tell you, it's not easy. Steep slopes, slippery glass, directional magnets, aliens and narrow ledges are among the many obstacles you'll find in this amazing 3D scenario. High-resolution graphics and superb synthesizer music combine to create the atmosphere of this compulsively addictive game. $8.95 on the Commodore, BBC B and Amstrad, and only $7.95 on Spectrum. At last, the moment Amstrad owners have been waiting for, Virgin's follow-up to the superb sorcery. Your lonely mission is to visit this massive 250-roomed factory orbiting in the vast wastes of space. This is arcade adventuring at its peak. For Amstrad computers at $8.85, also available for Commodore 64 and Spectrum. Big League Soccer, the definitive football strategy game for your Amstrad. Wheel and deal and manage your team to the top. First, let's take a look at the league table. And we're 3rd from the top in the 4th division. Let's see who we're playing next. And the draw's not a good one. Tranmere Rovers, and away. Let's pick our team. Are our ratings good enough, or do we need to make further changes? Just a draw should move us up. We're already 1 down. Oh no, it's another goal. 2 down. And it's all over. And not only have we lost the match, but we've lost over £3,000 as well. Let's see how the other managers have done. Let's buy a new player. Who's available? Let's put an offer in for Barnes. And we've been successful. Now we'll win. Amstrad Action and their rave reviews say you'll be playing it until the early hours. Available here on cassette for the Amstrad at only $6.95.
Areola Soft proudly present their first Spectrum dedicated release, Panzerdrome, a program of senseless destruction for your Spectrum 48K. The Panzerdrome is an island inhabited by robot tanks of varying levels of intelligence and viciousness. With over 200 enemy tanks, supplies of mines, mortars, and polycrete, mega turrets, and a totally wreckable Panzerchrome landscape, Panzerdrome will simply blow your mind. Your mission is to build a super tank and annihilate the island completely. Panzerdrome, out now from Areola Soft.
Areola Soft bring you their #1 Commodore hit, Skyfox, the action-packed combat simulation, available now on cassette for the Amstrad and Spectrum. Both versions retain all the features that have made it such a smash hit on the Commodore. These include 15 different combat scenarios from training mission to massive onslaught, 3D scrolling flight simulation, air-to-ground and air-to-air battles in the same game. Use the base computer to plan your offensive. Stand by for takeoff with the autopilot feature for launch and enemy searches. With its incredible speed and agility, the Skyfox is a machine that you'll have to fly to believe. Annihilate the invader with deadly laser cannons. Destroy the enemy aircraft using heat-seeking and radar-guided missiles. But remember that the only thing that stands between the enemy and the destruction of the home base is you and the Skyfox. Skyfox, the #1 hit from Ariolasoft. Get your copy now.
No from Quicksilver. Yabba dabba doo. Fred Flintstone, that lovable hero, has been promoted from Stone Age to Computer Age. Help Fred build his house from a pile of boulders around bedrock. Only when he's completed his house can he expect to woo the delectable Wilma. The woman of his dreams is heavily into property, and until Fred gets his building act together, marital bliss will continue to escape him. So it's an easy task, but there are dinosaurs, flying pterodactyls, and a manic tortoise, all out to hinder him. Fred's energy level is constantly being eaten away. Only seeing Wilma can restore his stamina. So, it's back to the rock quarry to get that house built. Watch that pterodactyl, too late. Energy level getting low, Fred. Let's try to find Wilma. She must be here somewhere. There she is, Fred. Take her home. Yabba dabba doo. On Commodore Spectrum and Amstrad at 795.
Mirrorsoft invites you to become a Fleet Street editor. The graphics library give you 200K of ready-to-use illustrations which you can take to the studio, change them around, or create your own. Then it's off to the copy desk to add headlines and copy. You can use Wordwise or View. Now you're ready to put your panels together and make a page. You can preview your page and print in high-quality standard or condensed mode with or without a center rule. And the administration department, where you configure the program for your system, fast-forward disks, and transfer external files. Personal publishing on the BBC. 2 discs, manual, and money off vouchers. Just $39.95.
Also from Firebird's hot range is the hysterical Jerry the Germ Goes Body Popping. You're going to need an awful lot more than just bleach and an old wire brush to deal with a real streetwise germ like Jerry. Unfortunately, Jerry got himself thrown out of the Institute of Infectology for failing to obtain his stinkplomer. Now he's really got to prove himself before he'll be allowed in society of germ kind. Jerry's already chosen an unsuspecting victim for his purposes. He'll have to work his way up through the body, inflicting as much damage as he possibly can wherever he goes, until he finally reaches his destination, the heart, where he must cause a massive coronary. Do you think we're kidding? Buy Jerry the Germ for your Spectrum, Commodore, or Amstrad at $7.95 and see for yourself.
Quake -1. The all-action game from Monolith Beyond. This is your battleground. A giant undersea complex. Your weapons are fast, deadly mobiles. Your weapons pack a powerful punch. So do your opponents. Destroy the enemy before they destroy you. Quake -1 is now available for your Commodore 64 and 128.
The Tube is Quicksilver's Game of the Year. Watch out for The Tube, it's coming your way very soon. The Tube, available soon for Commodore 64 128 and Spectrum 48 128. Go for it. English Software presents Leviathan. Leviathan takes you backwards and forwards through time. Your objective to seek out and destroy enemy ships in 3 totally different planet zones. Leviathan features left and right diagonally scrolling landscapes, totally maneuverable Leviathan spaceship, and true perspective graphics. Be amazed as Leviathan passes behind land-based hazards. Travel through moonscapes, cityscapes, Greekscapes, zoom through the skill levels. Use the arrows to guide you in your chase. Land and collect fuel, blast flak machines and lightning bolters, and engage in dogfights in space. Use your 3 smart bombs carefully. Leviathan gives you total control. Check the central monitor for instant updates on fuel, enemy attackers, scoring, lives left, and watch the time counting down. It may mean the difference between life and death. Leviathan, available now for Commodore 64 and 128.
Gremlin, always ahead of their time.
Gain the ultimate accolade of Samurai Warlord in Samurai Trilogy. Having merited a coveted place in the Warlord's training program, your quest for excellence in combat begins under the guidance of the Supreme Master Chu Yu. 2 tests must be successfully completed before you can be entered for the 3rd and final one, Samurai. The tests being Kendo and Karate. Until you succeed in your preliminary fights, you cannot be promoted to fight in the next test. You may earn victory over your opponent either by fighting consistently better than him, in your master's opinion, or the more deadly method of knocking him out. Astonishingly responsive and uniquely lifelike, Samurai Trilogy will appeal to martial arts fans of every sort. Samurai Trilogy available at this store for Commodore, Spectrum and Amstrad.
And now from Firebird, publishers of the UK's most exciting software, comes Kinetic, the most challenging journey yet devised into the world of motion and energy. On the distant planet of Kinos, the Kinomator is waiting for your arrival. Between you and him are the 44 screens of the most mind-bending action available. With only 3 Kino thrusters to complete your mission, you must cross through seething jungles, dive into the murky depths of mysterious caverns, battle against energy-sucking aliens, and negotiate a perilous path through the macabre remains of a once great city. Along the way, you'll find weapons and instruments to help you in your struggle. But remember, even though the aliens are out to get you, your greatest opponent is the very force that you are here to preserve, the energy of Kinomator. Sinclair user said it rings new changes and plays beautifully. I kept playing. Crash wrote, gravitational effect is brilliant. Just crossing a screen is a fight between player and computer. Firebird's Kinetic for your Spectrum, Commodore or Amstrad. Ocean, the brand leader, presents Mario Brothers from Nintendo for your home computer, based on the arcade original featuring Fireballs, Sidestepper, Shell Creeper and Fighter Fly. Flip those pests and kick them off the pipes, but don't lose your footing on those slippery floors. Play as a team or against each other. Either way, you're in for a scream with Mario and Luigi, the Mario Brothers. The most addictive of games. The tension builds as you fight off more and more of the pesky varmints and stand your ground, or jump from pipe to pipe, keeping one step ahead of your pursuers. Fast comic fun with loads of hidden features and unexpected hiccups. The Mario Brothers available at this store for Spectrum, Commodore and Amstrad CPC.